I am back today with what has the potential to be one of the best 1 to 6 second focal plane LPVOs on the market. This is the brand new Vortex Venom, and it really checks a lot of boxes. It comes from a very good manufacturer, and it works great down at the range. Before we get too far into it, I want to give a huge shout out to Optics Planet for sending this over at my request. They are a big supporter of the channel, and without them, I wouldn't be able to test all of the optics I do on the channel. The other cool thing is I have a discount code from Optics Planet, 704 TAC or 704 TAC for 7% off your Optics Planet order. They actually recently updated that code to give you a little bit more off. So the price of this guy comes in at about $299. Now the MSRP is $500, but the street price seems to be about $300. When you add my code, you can get this for about $280 with free shipping. Now, it comes with the optic flip-up lens covers in the box and a sunshade, but I've added the mount myself, and it's a 30mm tube, and we'll get more into that when it comes to the specs and features. So for $280, you get a very solid setup. Now, we also want to give a huge shout out to Callaway Ballistics for donating the 223 to help make this video. I also have the code with these guys, 704 Tactical for 5% off and free shipping on orders over $200, and we went through a lot of 223 to make this video to prove out this optic, so a huge shout out to these guys. Now, when you pull this out of the box, it feels like one of their more premium lines of optics. The fit and finish, the overall scale of the turrets themselves, and the overall just a quality of the interface with the user, whether it be the on and off positions between the brightness settings, or the smoothness of the zoom level, or again, the finish of the optic itself. It just really feels like you're picking up one of their mid-tier or higher-end lineups. But this is becoming the new standard for Vortex. They are bringing that technology and quality at a lower price point than what they were doing before. This one also is set up with a very interesting reticle system, which we'll talk about in a minute, the AR-BDC-3. But in a nutshell, this is a reasonably compact 1 to 6 30mm tube LPVO with capped turrets and illumination. Now, the illumination kind of hybrids the gap between daytime bright and not. You can definitely utilize this on a dusk or twilight for hunting applications, and you can also use this for personal defense inside your home, something like that. But for real, the illumination is not going to be great for like bright daytime shooting. Now, there's also fiber options that Vortex does with some of the razors and PSTs that are daytime bright. I would love to see that technology kind of merge down to the Venom lineup, and that's one place for improvement would be the brightness of the reticle, but overall it does a very good job. Now, the reticle on this guy has the illuminated center portion, but what you're not seeing here that you saw in the intro was very large leader duplex lines going into the center to draw your eye to the center, and those are thick and black, and they're not illuminated, so those work on a bright sunny day to guide your eyes in, so it works out good when it comes to every single lighting condition. The reticle is pretty darn good. Since we have the booklet open, let's talk about that reticle with the bullet drop compensation and the ranging tools built in, as well as that semicircle and center dot. And the reticle is very good. Now, because this is a second focal plane optic, the bullet drop compensation and ranging is only going to be effective at the 6 power setting. Because of that magnification, you will have to do all of that bullet drop compensation and calculations at the 6 power setting, so something to consider. And that's why I like the fact that it's actually 1 to 6 and not a 1 to 8 or a 1 to 10. The 1 to 6 is a good kind of second focal plane cap, for my opinion, because a lot of times with that bullet drop compensation and ranging, you don't want to be at the 8 power setting or 10 power setting because you're getting too tunnel vision for an LPVO. The 6 gives you a good field of view versus all of the information you need in the reticle system. And again, you can actually track something across a field at the 1 power setting, then zoom in to take your shots at the 6 power setting. I'm going to kind of show you guys all of the sides of the box. That way you can pause and read, and you can also head over to Optics Planet's website to get a lot more information about this optic. But you can see all of the information right here with everything you might need specifically for your setup and kind of what it includes in the box. And there's another view of the reticle system. Now, I love the fact that Vortex offers that lifetime warranty, and overall, I've never actually had to use it, but I hear it's pretty good if you do have to. The quality is definitely on par with a lot of those, again, mid-tier or upper-tier optics that you would generally pay $500 for. Now let's talk about the glass, the eye box, and the eye clarity. The eye box and eye clarity on this optic, especially at the 1 power setting, is spectacular. That's where this really shines. You don't get a fisheye effect. You get very good clarity even around the rim when you're at the 1 power setting, when you adjust the diopter for your specific eye. And that's something that you'll have to do on most LPVOs, but this does a good job. But it's also great on the high end. At the 6 power setting, it works out really well. It tracked very nicely when we were sighting it in, and it maintained 0 throughout the testing, and we'll be continue to testing this optic on this particular setup. It's actually on one of my KAK setups, and you can head over to the campsite page for more information on this particular setup. And we're just going to continue to test it because we also have one of the new Monstrum lights on the end that we're putting rounds through, so it'll see more rounds as the testing goes on. It's just a good, solid optic from a very reputable manufacturer. Good eye box and eye relief, meaning left, far, right, up, and down, no matter how close you are. It's very forgiving at the 1 power setting. Now, obviously, as you go to the 6 power setting, it's going to tighten up a bit, but no more than any other optic in this price range. It's just a good jack of all trades, second focal plane, 1 to 6 LPVO with not many complaints. About the only thing that I could see improving this would be somehow Vortex wrapping in some of that fiber technology or fiber bundle technology to make this a truly daytime bright optic, and maybe include some type of shake awake or auto on technology. Now, it may have that. I didn't see it. I didn't see anywhere in the manuals about that. But there's other companies selling those auto live caps that you can put on right there to the side. So maybe that's something you could do to this one. But I would like to see that kind of become the industry standard for optics in the future. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope it gives you another high value option for right around $280 for a solid, decent LPVO with a good set of features and a really nice reticle to match. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.